Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Murder by Numbers. Thanks for tuning in. So we're literally trying to concoct a scheme to knock Hyde the heck out with a strong electric shock, but Scout needs to distract him for a little bit. So let's see what Scout comes up with to do a little distraction scheme. Bad news. What's up? Where's the girl?
You should be more concerned about me.
Are you trying to put on an act of like being really threatening weapon or something? You? Pff, don't make me laugh.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Listen up, you dumb robot. You don't want to play games with me.
I'm not playing games!
Oh my god, are they quoting movies? Are they quoting like tough guy movies right now? What you doing? How are you doing that? How are you glitching out on purpose? How are you doing it? Whoa! 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 Wait! I thought they were just gonna put on an act. They're being serious? Wait! So, did Scout... I would think Scout would pull something like this if they were feeling like really threatened or if their friend was really in danger. But we were just running like a little fun distraction scheme. I thought it was gonna be a goofy moment, like a lighthearted comedy moment where they were gonna pull some gabs and tricks and stuff like that, you know, be real silly, right? Like the balloon thing. Why are they feeling so threatened enough to be activating this right? I guess we are in a very, very dangerous situation, but you know what I mean? Like it felt like it was gonna be a lighthearted mode. This is crazy. I wasn't expecting this.
Assault mode engaged. Threat detected.
What the?
Weapon systems online. Ready to engage.
Don't shoot! Your ship has sailed, Captain. So, I mean, we're jumping in, ready, but look, Scout's all ready to go. Yes, got him.
Target lost.
Scout? What are you doing?
Seeking new target.
Scout, no!
Seeking new.
What on earth? Why did that specific moment cause that to happen? Again, I would understand if they were under like extreme duress or if their friend was under extreme duress, but that didn't seem like the right situation. Again, yes, they were being threatened to kill. You know what I mean? I don't know, it caught me off guard. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I was trying to distract him and something took over.
It's all right. You're back to normal now.
Yes, back to normal.
We'd better tie Hyde up before he comes around. Can you check if he was carrying anything?
Yes, I think so.
Why? Why did that happen right there? Whoa, that was scary. It really caught me off guard. 1x, 1, 2x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're back to the normal feel-good music. Haha, nothing is happening right now. Haha, there was not a tense moment just now or anything. Do not worry about it. I think this count should be the exact same. 1, 2x, 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Wait a sec. Hey, that's where the 8 would be. So no, not that. Yes, the count is the same there. It's just in a slightly different order. That is all. Wow. Okay, again, yes, in the context of the game, their lives were in danger, but it wasn't like extreme immediate, right? It was like, okay, we're gonna do a little silly scene where you run a distraction. Ready, Scout? You know, like the balloon. What happened? Oh, I am traumatized. X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 goes up to here. X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't believe it. So we finally saw a little taste of what the extremely dangerous assault mode looked like. It was scary. It was scary seeing Scout like that. We're not used to seeing Scout like that. 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. But like at the same time, we don't want to be terrified of Scout, but they don't want to do that either. They don't want to hurt anyone. 1, 2. 1, 2 probably is going to be in here because the 4 is probably going to be in here. Oh, that sucks, but we're doing everything we can. But at the same time, like Honor said, she wants him to have full autonomy. She wants them to be able to decide for themselves, right? Like whether they would want to hurt anyone or not. I guess, she wants to give them like full autonomy. Which whether that is like ethical or not, that's for another time, I suppose. But like right now, Scout is our friend. They're our friend, and we want to give them freedom and their own decision making and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then what about this whole situation? Oh my God. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit more. So if these are glued together, this is likely part of the 5, but in what manner? In what way? For example, 1x1, this has to be one of the ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the very least, there is that, I believe. So what else have we got? This is a 5, correct? Yes, this is a 5. Wait a second. Did I count that? Why did I count this? Okay, this was because of this row, and then this was because of this row. So now I can count from here. 1x, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can do that. I think I'm allowed to do that. Is that allowed, Coach? Are you gonna allow it? Coach, put me in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What else can we do? So 6 is probably gonna fit in here. Yes, and then the 2 is gonna be here. So just last night, I was having a usual bout of insomnia, good and fun times. So I was just looking for something to watch as I was trying to fall asleep. And I found, hold on a second, wait. Yes, I found Ace Attorney stage plays. And I know that in Japan, there are a lot of stage plays for various game properties, anime properties, really just anything, I'm sure, can have a stage play in Japan, which is really, really cool. And it's definitely something very specific to Japan because that's definitely not gonna be as prevalent here for, like, yes, we have stage plays in general, of course, but like for like really specific stuff, like if we had them for like cartoons or specific games, like that's definitely not common here. So that's something that's really, really cool, honestly, about Japan. I really like that. And I did see little snippets of Ace Attorney stage plays like a long time ago. I don't know why they never really piqued my interest before. Maybe I had a bad impression of it. Maybe I thought it was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a lukewarm adaptation. Like how when, my brain is short-circuiting, when there was like an anime adaptation of like Danganronpa, for example, the very first one was not very good. So sometimes like different types of adaptations of different mediums can be a little bit disastrous. So I don't know, maybe I just was never too interested. And I think, so I have a friend named Rosa Ray. You might have seen her around, well, no, she hasn't been on the channel yet, though I've invited her to do so. Maybe we'll do something sometime far in the future. But she's been streaming. And anyways, so what am I trying to say? So she is extremely, extremely obsessed with Persona 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for her birthday, we all did a little online gathering, and she wanted us to watch the Persona 5 stage play. And it was really cool how much effort they put into it, and it was really cool to see how they adapted certain sequences to the stage where you are limited in a lot of ways in terms of how they're going to present certain things, but it was really, really cool to see how creative they got. And it was just awesome. It was awesome to see the how it goes. I'm sure, different games and things like that are going to be presented very differently depending, but yeah, it was just really, really neat. And so I decided to give this stage play a try. The very first one I saw was called Turnabout Spotlight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what number it is in the series. There's a series of stage plays, which is really cool. There was going to be one in 2020 apparently, but it got canceled because of COVID. But so that just goes to show that it's still going. Like this is like a recent thing, which is really cool. But it's been going since I think like 2012, maybe earlier. I don't remember. But that's like really, really awesome. And I'm just like, damn, like I've been missing out. And yeah, it was really good. I think I was expecting an adaptation of an existing case, but it was entirely original. And the other one I watched was original as well. I do think they did adapt an existing case for one of them, but I have not seen that one yet. But yeah, there's a person online who translated it. There's several different people who translated it, so if you want to see certain stage plays, go check it out. They're really good. Honestly, they're really, really good. I love that they have a dedication to make them look accurate to it. I think that's really important for my immersion. So they work really hard on the costumes and make sure it tries to look as accurate as possible. And yeah, it was kind of fun to see like the different types of acting required for different mediums. And oh my god, hold on, I'm not bothering to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's the whole thing, that's why. For example, I've been coming across this a lot in voice acting, right? So I've been trying to learn how to adapt to different types of acting depending on like, you know, what the genre is, what the intended audience is, what type it is, like if it's commercial, e-learning, animation, games, you know, it all demands very different types of acting. And so I've had experience with that. And so it's interesting to see theater, which is what I am not familiar with. I didn't take theater, so I came about acting in a different way. And so theater is what's funny to me is, and it makes complete sense why they have to do this, but what's funny to me is how they literally have to scream everything at the top of their lungs. Which does make it difficult. I feel like sometimes, obviously this is just a sweeping generalization, but sometimes it makes it difficult for emotional subtlety in certain areas. But it's also like Ace Attorney is a very goofy, over the top type of thing anyways, so that and it's like a silly video game that it can be serious, but it's a silly video game, so of course they're gonna exaggerate it a little bit. So this doesn't apply to all stage plays, obviously. I just mean like in this particular type where it's this adaptation of this silly game, they're just like constantly yelling. And it's, you know, part of it is that they want to be able to project so people can hear them, because yeah, it's gonna be really hard if you're kind of subtle and quiet. Yeah, and the characters are all over the top characterizations, so yeah. So at least in this particular case, they scream at the top of their lungs much of the time, and it's very funny. It's quite entertaining to me. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I can't block this off. I actually could. Actually, I think I have to. I think I have to block it off there. Yeah, I believe I am forced to do that. Okay. Yeah, and aside from that, I like that there's like, yeah, so I like that it's in a very original case. It is fun, funny, I guess, to see. Yeah, you know what? I think part of it was that in the beginning, I found it a little bit cringy that people were acting like so over the top. It was like real people acting like anime characters. And that can go, you know, several different ways, right? Like, so I guess in the beginning, like why I had a bad impression of stage plays and why I didn't want to watch them, stage plays of, you know, anime stuff or game stuff, specifically, was probably because like to me it was like a little much that it was like these real people trying to act like really silly, over the top anime characters, right? It's much different than seeing, you know, hearing the voice acting for one, right? However, it grew on me over time, and especially again, the more that I do acting, the more I gain an appreciation for like what's needed, what's required, what's like what has to go into a performance and why it needs to be a certain way sometimes and how it works for that genre. And so I've gotten much more of an appreciation for their acting because it works. Honestly, them going really over the top, it's silly and it works, and like sometimes people like campy stuff, and Ace Attorney is very campy. So it grew on me. I came to really love the silly, over the top acting. I came to really enjoy it. I came to really appreciate how much work goes into it. And like, yeah, so and I think they do so well for the medium. They do really well in what's required of them. And so I embrace the silly campiness. I embrace it completely, and it's so fun. It's so much fun. I love that it's original content. Like, I love that it's completely new cases, because like I've consumed like almost every bit of Ace Attorney content out there, so I am a bit starved for new stuff. So this has been so nice. I think each stage play is about 2 hours long. Yeah, and so I watched 2 last night. So I watched Turnabout Spotlight, and then I watched Turnabout, what was it called? Teleportation. And Turnabout Teleportation, interestingly enough, was an Ace Attorney Investigations one, which that one is starring Edgeworth rather than Phoenix. So that was kind of interesting. I think there is another case out there that is an adaptation of an existing Ace Attorney case, but I have not seen it yet. I'm so excited to watch more of these. I'm saving it for later tonight. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I think it's fun. I think they do a great job. Yeah, they do act a little bit over the top, but it works perfectly because, again, that's exactly what Ace Attorney delivers in the game itself. I love their creative solutions to certain things. Really quick, there's a running gag that I didn't know it was a running gag until I watched 2 different plays back to back. There's a running gag for some reason that Gumshoe is really good at breakdancing randomly. Like, he doesn't do it often, but like, they'll find a situation where he'll breakdance. One of the ones, it was so funny. I have to share this. I don't want to be like the movie trailers, which are so annoying nowadays, where they spoil all the funniest parts, the best parts, but I just need to entice you a little bit. So there's a part where Gumshoe, if you don't know Ace Attorney, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry, but there's a detective named Gumshoe. He's running after a comedy relief character named Larry. And so he's running after him. He's like, get back here. And then, Larry throws a banana in the path, and so he doesn't actually, Gumshoe doesn't actually slip on it, but he goes past it, and he pretends he slips, and then he starts breakdancing, like, intensely, and then he gets up, and he was like, oh my god, who leaves a banana there? That's so dangerous, and he picks it up and takes a bite out of it, and it's really silly. It's so, like, it catches you off guard completely. It's like, what, huh? And, like, he doesn't do that in the game ever. It's just, like, I love that they can add their own. They really come to life because you don't really see them moving all that much in the Ace Attorney games, like until the 3D ones, I guess, but even then, you know, there's only so much you can put in for their movements. So it is fun to see people's real people adapt their adaptations, their interpretations of the characters, and like so much of what they can do beyond that. Like, you know, there's so much physicality they can add to it, and that was one of them, and it made me crack up. It was so funny. Okay, I'm done gushing about it. Let's move on. Though I might gush about it more later, who knows? But I think that's the extent of what I wanted to say about it. This must be how Hyde kept in touch with Jack.
There's one message saved from yesterday. Accessing. LB got a copy of Pritchell's file. Assigned her to the Kino job. Deal with her.
Wait a second. Let me break down. I was so invested in reading it and screaming because it was like question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So LB. I'm sure this is obvious if I really think about it, but I can't. LB. Why am I not thinking about, okay, got a copy of Pritchell, Lori Becker got a copy of Pritchell's file, assigned her to the Kino job, and then deal with her. Okay, got it. I've understood. That confirms it. Hyde killed Lori to stop her handing Frank's file over to the police. First, he knocked out Mal and took over as captain. Then he cornered Lori away from the party and shot her.
But the lifeboat release mechanism jammed. He lost his escape route, and the body was discovered.
Every second he stayed aboard, he risked being discovered. No wonder he wanted to get away so badly.
He left after we docked and killed the only man who could identify him, Captain Cruz.
It's lucky the hospital's CCTV caught him out.
There's still one thing I don't understand. Why go to all this trouble just to keep Frank's file secret?
Because it's hard evidence that Frank was working for Lethe when he killed Blake. This could bring down Lethe's security and Jack Larsen along with it. This is huge, everybody! This is huge! Wait, what other evidence are we gonna find in here? What other evidence are we gonna find in here? Where is it? Oh my gosh, wait, what else are we gonna use to bust the case wide open? Oh my god, there's still more in here, huh? It's funny, it's just because he's knocked unconscious all the way over there right now. 1, 2, 3, X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9X, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's actually a bit of an overlap there. That is a surprise, if I've ever seen one. Okay, great, I have more time to talk more about the Ace Attorney stage plays. I talked about an episode or so back where there are so many games on my list that I want to play, and I just need to find the right opportunity and format, and it's just, you know, there's not always the right time for it. One of them being Dayak Tensaiban 2, or The Great Ace Attorney 2. I do have my copy, but I do want to stream that. The stream format, it just works way better because it's a very, very long game. Yeah, so I do want to stream that. Give me a second, let me take a sip of water. I'm losing my voice. I gotta take a break. Okay. But yeah, streaming has not been on my top priority lately. 1, 2, X, 1, 2, X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And I know that might be disappointing to some, but yeah, it's not my top priority lately, and taking a break from it has been really, really good for me, honestly. So I've been taking a lot of time to focus on just like auditions and things I need to do for voiceover. So it's been a good break. I have been streaming very, very, very occasionally, and if you want to know when I'm gonna go live, just follow on Twitch. You'll get a notification there. But yeah, so I do plan on playing the second one eventually. It'll be very interesting because it'll be an official localization, and it will have English voice acting, in which I love the choices they made. I might have gushed about this somewhere, but I love the choices they made for their voices, and I will delve into that just a bit more in a moment. There's a lot of ones. You know what? Let me just fill this in and see where it takes me. So, how many ones is that? Is that enough? Is that enough to fill this whole thing? Not quite, god damn it. So I think the only overlap is gonna be over here, so I'm gonna do that. So there's too many ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right? X, 1, 2. So I believe that is the only overlap. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much to deal with. That's too much to think about. This one's tough. There's a lot of ones. There's a lot of ones. It's too many. It's too intimidating. I don't like it. So going by the numbers for this, I think I can fill in the 2. I think I can fill in the second part of the 2 for each one, if I'm going by the same logic. Let me double check. So for example, because there's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll count it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X, 1, 2. Yeah, I think for the second part of the 2 for each one, I can do it. So 1X, 1, 2. I believe that's how I'm gonna fill those in. I believe those are the only clues for these long ass columns. Okay. What else have we got? Ooh, this one's tough, y'all. This one's tough. Okay, I could have a 1, 5, but we don't know for sure. What else can I fill in? So these are part of the 5, but is that helpful to me in any way? Not really. 1X, 1X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That perfectly overlaps there. It doesn't really help with this row. Where else can we decipher something? 1, 2, 3, X, 1, 2, X, 1, X, 1, 2, 3. No, not very helpful. I'm definitely gonna need a moment with this one because I do not see an easy way forward. I made a tiny step of progress. I don't think it's gonna get me very far, but I counted this row out. The 2 and the 3 overlap here. Excuse me. And therefore, I think I counted back this way. So the 4 can only extend to here, therefore this is crossed off. And then because there's a 2 in this row, that's why that's crossed off. So I got about that far. I think the 3, so same, it extends about that far, so I can cross that off. Is that a 9? No, this is a 9. See, I don't bother counting. I just gonna keep adding and crossing it out until something happens. Okay, I think that's getting us a bit somewhere. Yeah, so I just wanted to gush about it because all I saw was the trailer. I didn't want to see anything else. Usually I don't even like seeing the trailers of things I'm very excited for because I want to go in with a completely fresh experience. 1X, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I saw the trailer because I was like, oh, well, there's no harm seeing the trailer for the first game because I've already played it. Though, again, not the officially localized version, but yeah, so I got to see the decisions they made for the voice actors in which they got, man, if you haven't played it, you'll be so confused. So the main 3 characters are from Japan, but 2 of them have studied English, and I'm assuming British English. So, but one of them is not. So one of them, who is in Japan and has not studied British English, I guess, or maybe English in general, I don't know. She speaks with a Japanese accent. And then the 2 that have studied British English speak with a British accent. And you don't get that touch really in Japanese. Maybe they change up the language a little bit in a way to indicate that they do that, but like hearing it through voice acting, and they are all canonically speaking English in certain settings anyways, so it's like, it's really cool to hear that reflected. Oh, give me a second. I forgot I turned on the AC, so hopefully I won't have to deal with that too much when I'm editing. Anyways, I had to turn it off. Yeah, so I thought that was so cool. Like, even just like a small little touch like that, I love voice acting, y'all. So that, and like paying attention to that stuff is so cool. So I really liked that. So I'm very much looking forward to how that's going to affect the experience when I play it. I will be playing the first one by myself because I've already, again, played, you know, the unofficially localized version on my channel. So I'll be replaying the game, but in a different experience where the text is going to be a little bit different. The voice acting is obviously going to be different. Yeah, but then I'll probably be streaming the second game, but that's going to be way further down the line. It's not a priority for me right now, though I am excited about it. So it'll be fun to have new Ace Attorney content, especially because like, I don't know if this is necessarily a controversial opinion or anything, but I did express it very clearly in my playthrough of the first game, where I ended up having a very positive impression of the game by the end. However, I did acknowledge the fact that I think it was mostly due to like the style, the characters, the music. I think it was mostly all that stuff that really charmed me. But I did acknowledge that overall, I felt like the cases were very weak for various amount of reasons. I won't go into detail because I don't want to spoil it. But I felt it was very weak. So I was hoping that in the sequel it would wrap things up, because this one, interestingly enough, is a two-parter. I think each of the games before, they could be kind of standalone, like sort of. You would need to play the previous games in order to understand things for later on. So I guess not quite, but really in the first Great Ace Attorney, it felt so incomplete. So I really feel like this one's just going to be a direct sequel kind of deal. So I really hope this will improve my impression of the overall series, because like, as much as I do love a lot about it, and I love the characters quite a bit and the music and all that stuff, I really think the story was a bit weak. So I'm hoping the second game, yeah, will just wrap that up nicely for me. Okay. I gotta concentrate. So I made a little bit of sprinklings of progress here, but let's see, 4x2 can easily fit here. There's still too many of these gosh dang I feel like I can actually fill this in now. Now that I've can I fill this in? No, crap. I don't know what I just did. Crap. I think it was just that. Did I mess something up here? No, I don't think so. Okay. I was hoping I could I was like, okay, now that I've established this part, that solves the rest, right? Nuh-uh, girl. You were too hopeful. I need more. What can I do? 3-1 doesn't complete anything here. 4-2, I don't know. Fortuitous, I do not know. I feel like these, because I crossed this off, that should help these rows. So let's take a look. 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not quite. 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not quite. Doesn't change anything. 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heck, it didn't change anything. This is, it changes this row. It pushes the 9 up by 1. So does that do anything for you? Yes, okay, great. That's something. I am desperate for any sort of hint from the game. But except for the actual hints, I don't actually want those. I want a hint, but I don't want a hint. I want information from the puzzle itself. So, let's see, for example, 1x, 1x, 1, right? Let's say the ones, 1x, 1x, 1. That could all fit up here, right? Which means the 2 wouldn't be able to fit here. So I think we'd have to shove the 2's down here. Okay. That's a bit of info. Ooh, this is great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, and I think I've brought this up before where, even though I have like played pretty much almost every piece of Ace Attorney content out there, there is one that I really need to go back to and finish, that I feel ashamed that I haven't finished, but it's because honestly the later games, admittedly, were kind of rough. So Ace Attorney 6, 7, I actually don't know which one it is. The latest one in the main line that introduced Lethe. Again, if you haven't played the games, you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, this is definitely a 1. But anyways, there is a DLC case. There is a DLC case for that game that I have not played. It's a whole new case. I didn't touch it. I don't remember what it's about. It's a standalone case. It's like some about funny enough, I think it's also about something. Oh, it's like someone claims they time traveled or something. It's like they were like, I had a wedding, but somebody died, but maybe they haven't died yet, or some kind of weird thing where like they claimed they time traveled or something, which sounds really interesting. And plus, from the I only played like the first 2 seconds, so I don't know what happens beyond that. But plus, I think you get to tote Edgeworth around, and normally I don't think you have him by your side like ever. So I think he gets to be with you and participate with you in that case, which is like a dream come true for me. So like I really should get to it, but I think I was just so deflated and exhausted by the end of that game that I just couldn't bring myself to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, which is unfortunate. I did not enjoy that game very, very much. The new person they introduced, which is the aforementioned Rafa, I hated her. I'm sorry if you liked her. My opinion, you should not have let it affect yours. If you liked the game, if you liked her, totally valid, totally valid. Please do not let my strong opinion affect yours. But yeah, I hated her. I think she really put a huge damper in the experience of the game for me, and I did not like her game mechanic at all. Yeah, so I think I was just pretty done by the end. I was pretty done. But yeah, you know, if I'm starved for Ace Attorney content, and I really need more, I've got that particular DLC case of the latest in line of the games, and Daigakuten Saiban 2 whenever I get around to it. I will take my time, but whenever I get around to it. So, and in the meantime, something I don't have to like dedicate too much time or active time or thought, as in like actively playing something, is just the stage plays. Looks like there's a lot. Something that I thought was like a shame, honestly, is I do wish my Japanese language skills were stronger, because I would love to see these in person. I would love to experience it myself and see it in person. Like, that would totally be a bucket list thing. I would love to go in person, but my Japanese language skills are not strong enough at all to be able to comprehend what's happening. Like, I try to listen. Sometimes, you know, I try not to look at the subs so much and see how much I can comprehend, but, you know, stuff in, like, particular settings are much more difficult to understand. Like, stuff in, like, school settings, home settings, the language is simpler and more familiar, and more of the stuff that you're taught in a basic setting, right? So those are more simple to try and understand or just pick up from the context. But when it comes to something like Ace Attorney, where it is law, crime, you know, like weird happenings and stuff like teleportation, you know, stuff like that. I know the word for teleportation though, shunkaido. A lot of the time, most of it because of Psychic Kusuo. That anime talks a lot about psychic abilities, so I know words for that. But anyways, you know, yeah, when it's a more complex setting, then you know, it's very much lost on me. But yeah, it sounds like a dream come true. That sounds so fun. It sounds so fun, but I'm beyond appreciative to the people who took the time to translate it and put it out there. They didn't have to. They did that out of love for the series and wanting to share it with people. That's what they did that for. They did not have to do that. They're not doing it for profit. Like, thank you for your services, all y'all. Oh my gosh. These episodes have been getting so long just because I keep blabbing about stuff and just going off the rails and not noticing the time. Hopefully you're cool with that though. I had a lot of fun blabbing about Ace Attorney. Let's end it off here after we take a look at the security pass. That's weird. This keycard is SSI printed on it. Oh my god! I know Hyde used to work there, but Jenna said the labs were shut down. Is it still somehow present? It could be, secretly hidden somewhere.
Yes, after my project was canceled.
In that case, why has he still got an access card? I doubt it's for sentimental reasons.
There's only one likely explanation. Someone has reopened the lab!
I think we both know what we have to do now. The final stage! SSI itself! Oh my god, we thought the final stage was gonna be Lethe security. The final stage is gonna be SSI!
Go back to your apartment and wait for all this to blow over?
There's no going back now, Scout. We can blow this case wide open!
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I bet that lab is full of evidence just waiting to be found.
Even if that's true, we don't know where the lab is.
Maybe not, but we know someone who does. Hey, wake up! Slap! Pap, 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 pap! Wake up! Wake up!
But, Hunter...
Oh no! All right, and let's save this for the next episode. My goodness, this episode ended up being really long. I just really wanted to talk about Ace Attorney. I'm sorry. Okay, join me next time. This is Axus, over and out.